Mhm. Very good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone. My name is 𝐸𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐚𝐧𝐭 𝐿𝐻𝐴𝐾. I am the co-chair for IEEE PES Students and Young Professional Committee 2025. And today's session is related to 2024 IEEE PES High Performing Student Branch Chapter Program called as 2024 HPSBCP. So I have a presentation which briefly explain you about what this award is all about, who can apply for this, what are the scoring rubrics by which you can grab maximum fundings, what are the various slots like basic and additional fundings, and different timelines that we have on board for HPSBCP, and what are the relevant wanted links which helps you to file a successful applications. So I'm going to share my screen. You guys can put down your questionnaires in the chat box, and there will be a QA session at the end of this session as well, where we will allow you to unmute your mic. In the main course of time, I request you just keep yourself mute and just type your queries in the chat box. Thank you so much. So I'm sharing my screen now. Mhm. Okay. So this is the response sheet we got for the registrations from this session. So this is the first thing we look after, and we designed our presentation accordingly. So if I go through from top to down, all the queries is basically about how to apply for basic funding, how to apply for additional funding, deadline for applications, how to report virtual officer reporting for past year officers, how to report those events which are not reported for 2024 so far, what are the success criteria, specific criteria for getting additional fundings, and something like that. So if a new officer reported, how to report for past year. So these are some of the and how there is a question for basically how to upload a picture for the event which has already happened in the past, because we have set a criteria like only those events will be considered who has a proof of the happening of that event. So we need at least one picture of that event, that may be an online screenshot of the platform from where you're getting like the gathering, or if it is in person, it should be the group photo at the end of the session or something like that. So I will cover all these queries in this session. If something still remain, you can ask in the Q and in the chat box as well. So there are many volunteers from student and professional committees here who are attending this session alongside with you. They will also let me know about your queries and they'll help us. Okay. So hope my slides are moving. So I don't know. Okay, so this is the response sheet again, the registration which we got for these sessions for this particular sessions, and accordingly, the my main area focus is not these, because they are a very nice ecosystem for getting an idea about such initiative. They are getting emails from 2-3 sources about this initiative run by Students and Young Professional Committee, but my main focus is about these people. So here you can see they are just only one representation from a complete country, and we really need to focus upon these areas, because these are the people who are acting as a point of contact for for promoting this initiative. So uh, we really want these people to be with us, not only for this initiative, for upcoming all those initiatives also. So I will share my email IDs or the SYP email ID at the end to remain in contact with us. If you're interested for volunteering with us, you can apply, you can share us the expression of interest. Okay, definitely. So first slide is introduction to 2024 IEEE PES HPSBCP. So the query might be from you all, those who had applied last year, is like why it is again called as 2024 HPSBCP. Last year also it's called as 2024 HPSBCP. So thing is, this year the feedback come from the PS leaderships, like this program is basically meant for to award the SBCs based upon their performance in the previous year. So it should be named based upon their performance period that is evaluated for 2024. So that's why this year call is also called as 2024, and we are trying our best to erase or to correct all our data in various platforms and try to rename the previous call as 2023. But for this presentation, because in some of the platform we still are using 2024 for previous year also, so I'm just, for your clarification, I'm mentioning here with two terms: 2024 HPSBCP for present, for past call, and 2024 HPSBC for the current call, because there is a very small eligibility criteria difference between the past year call and the current year call. That's why we need to use it with different terminology. So this is basically a PES flagship program for student branch chapters only. For those student branches who just got their petition approved in, let's say, January, February, March, they are not January, February of this year, they are not eligible. And for those who are there for in the last year, or serving from last to last year a very long time, they are eligible for this initiative. So we used to provide annual funding to the PES student branch chapters throughout the globe, and we do not keep any kind of check from our side after giving the fund to SPCs, like where you are going to spend. Like we believe on advisors and the EXCOM members of PES, like they are going to spend it on all the PES related activities and supporting their local members, and they are free to spend it. We are not taking any kind of like where they're spending and on, or any kind of proofs, and there is no as such requirement from our side. So compared to last year, that is called as 2023 HPSBCP, there is a huge change in 2024 HPSBCP scoring rubrics. P means the past year call one, and compared to 2024 past year call and the current year call, there is a slight change. So I will let you know what are those changes. So main highlights are like we have added membership retention as the criteria to give you additional funding. Those who has higher count of membership retention percentage, retention comes from those people who has the PS membership in the last year, and this year also they have the membership, so those will be counted under this. So more is this percentage, more is the basis of additional funding. And similarly, the criteria for membership growth is also there. Like say last year they have 20 members, this year they have 40 members, so accordingly they will get more higher weightage and more higher additional funding. And also the activities, their count plus their impact will define the the amount for additional fundings for SPCs. These are just the criterias or for additional funding, not for not for basic fundings. So I will clear you everything in upcoming slides. So if you are, I know you have a lot of queries, but everything will be cleared as soon as I'm going further in my this slide. So this is just the 2022 HPSBCP calls, where we got around 117 PSSBC application from different regions. Out of that, 102 awarded. Then in 2023 we got a jump of applications. You can see in 14 in region 1 to 7, 33 in region 8, region 9 we have 36, and 104 in region 10. In the past year call, it's little bit less compared to 2023, but it's also again very huge. And this year so far, we got 32 applications from region 10. From region 1 to 7, we have region 1 to 7 including US, Canada, we have 2 applications. Region 9 we have 13 applications, and region 8 we have 19 applications. So the fund which is allocated for this year, most probably it will be again 45,000 USD, which is again a huge fund. And the count of application is also, compared to other flagship initiatives, really very high. So don't miss this opportunity, because you are not the you can say like the isolated one you will be isolated one if you are not applying, and if you're applying you will come under the ecosystem. So this award money, you can't I request you can't consider it as a amount money, consider it as a award. This award represent a success of your XCOM, like the working style of your XCOM. So when you say in front of others your SVC is awarded with HPSVCP, and this is the award, so they do not consider it as amount money, they consider it as your success of your XCOM member. So in terms of criteria, uh, the basically we provide the funding to SPC based upon their membership retention, growth, and impact of activities. Any SPC who is eligible in who is active in 2024 are eligible for this. The deadline for this complete application is 28th of Feb, and it's 7 days from now, or sorry, 5 days from now. Most probably it will be, deadline may or may not extend, but we'll try to extend based upon the feedback we receive from you. And who can apply? So any PSSPC officer, that may be chair of state student branch chapter, vice chair, secretary, treasurer, advisor, can apply. If no one is there from these 5 positions, anyone who is the representative of that SPC, that representative may be any student or any faculty member from that student branch chapter, can apply for this. Only thing is that only one application will be evaluated, and it will be like the first application coming from that SPC. So avoid duplication. And yes, for those who are randomly applying for this SPC, they have to mention in their answer like why their the permanent XCOM, the actual XCOM, is not applying for this funding. So when he mentioned in the form of HPSBCP, like he's not from these top leadership, top XCOM members, anyone from these top XCOM, then the question will open up, pop up like why he's applying, why not others. So he's also eligible to apply. So these are some important links. This is the HPSBCP 2024 web page. I will try to okay. So this is the PES website, high performing student branch chapter program page. If you will go from top to bottom, you can easily find out all the criterias and scoring rubrics, like the form filling things and all, and which is what I'm going to cover in this presentation, in today's presentation. And this is basically the application form link, which I'm also going to fill up parallelly today in the upcoming slides. So even if you are all ready with the basic eligibility requirements that we already say, we will discuss in the upcoming slides, you can fill up this parallelly also. So for 2024, the current call of HPSBCP, the basic criteria is that the SPC should meet a minimum basic requirement for getting the basic funding. Once that basic requirement fulfilled, they will get 150 USD. And once if they are interested for applying for additional funding, they can mark as yes. Otherwise, they can mark as no. And if they're marking as yes, then further there are some additional funding eligibility requirements they have to fulfill. Once that fulfilled, they will be the weightage, like they may get any amount between 150 USD to 1000 USD based upon the weightage, like I mentioned, their retention count, their elevation count, their activity impactness. They will decide like how much funding they will get. But let's say they have a very nice impactful activity, but they are not satisfying the basic eligibility requirement for additional funding, then they will only get 150 USD. This is clear. This should be clear to everyone. So last time also, after the application call closed and when we released the results, we got a lot of application, lot of query from people like why they're only getting 150 USD. So the main reason behind that is this only, like they have very impactful activities, but the basic requirement for additional funding, whatever we have mentioned on the website, and this presentation also will cover the same, they are not satisfying those. So first I will start from basic funding. Like basic funding is clear shot 150 USD. So what are the basic requirement? So this is really very simple. You should have, sorry, there is a correction in my PPT. Okay, just a minute. So you should have at least one officer reported for the last year 2024. So for how to do officer reporting, I will take it in now. Because I got query for this. Most of you are already aware about this, but still. So this is a link. I will share this PPT with the only attendees who are the attendees of this session, so they can just link. Then they have to sign in from here. I already signed in with their IEEE ID. Then manage officers. So anyone like who is the officer of their SPC, they can manage their officer. Like I am basically assigned to this particular, not this particular. This is something I randomly took as a student branch. So to select your own, you can just select another OU. So I came from Mandi. I registered so far from Mandi. So this is my IES PES. So you just type here, okay? You just type your any keyword. So for example, I'm typing here from my location of my OU. Similarly, you can also then search, select your OU organizational unit, and anyone like chair, vice chair, secretary, treasurer can change the officers. So let's say you have officer already reported for 2025, but you are not sure whether it is reported for 2024 or not, but you have the data, okay, whomsoever was there. So to add those 2024 advisors, you have to just, for anyone you need to add, okay? So let's say you have the data of chair. So just click on plus here, mention the name. He mentioned his membership number. I'm just randomly putting any number, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6, anything. Then start date of term, we are looking for the period term to be like around sorry, Jan 2024 to 31st of December. So it should be like for this period. So it may be the chance like elections may happen, sorry, not elections, the recruitment may takes place in Feb, March. It's completely fine. We are not saying it should be strictly, strictly to be aligned to these dates, but there should be someone to report it for 2024, let's say at least, for some satisfactory period of time. So you can just report and submit. Once submit, there is basically called as review the changes. If you will approve those review changes, it will be automatically reflected if you are the part of that OU. If you are not the part of that OU, then it will be reviewed by the staff, and then staff will approve it or deny it based upon, like, if let's say I am doing for random SBC, then staff will raise the questions, okay? So to just get an idea about how you will do it, this is something you can just click it here, okay? This is so more option to just click it, like whatever I am saying, this is clearly mentioned it here, like in order to add new officer, how you can do it, how you can edit the term of the officers, how you who can do it, like and if you are the organization of an officer, it will be immediately reflected, otherwise it will be reviewed by the staff. So all these details are mentioned here, and still you are confused, there are tutorials here also, and the same links I have mentioned, some of the links um, I think this PPT is visible to all. So this link is basically you can use having the tutorials for officer reporting. So at least one we need for 2024, and just for your information, we need at least one for 2025 also. Why? Because when we will circulate the funds to SBCs, there must be someone to receive it and confirm that they received it. So yeah, there should be at least for 2025, but that is not an eligibility requirement that we asked when we release the fund, and before we release, we just put a checkpoint. So this is the basic requirement, at least one officer to be reported. This is as easy as possible. As I am doing, you have to do the same. Then second thing is that you should have at least 2 events reported for the period. Again, there is a correction, sorry for that. This is for 2024. So so basically you should have at least 2 events reported on btool. So how to do this btool event reporting, I hope you are all aware of. So but still there is a link mentioned in this PPT, you can go through the same link, and then in that it's easy for you to report any event, like you can create event from here. Okay, I'm taking the queries also parallelly that I got from the Google form request, and this is basically top to down very easy. You just click and save and publish. Now thing is the query, there are 2 queries. Okay, first query is like you have done some, because we are asking for events which are done in the period of 1st of Jan 2024 to 31st of December 2024, because this award money is based upon last year performance. So at least 2 events to be reported for that period. So the query is like you have done, like your SPC has done the events for that period, but you have not reported those on btools, and this is actually the real scenario. So so the query is whether you can report these in events. Yes, you can report it now easily. Only thing is that you have to select here the period of your details, like somewhere is a somewhere is the date here, start date and end date, that should be within that period or the actual period. For example, let's say I have done something in November 1st and it is ended up on November again, let's say on November 1st itself, or let's say 2nd, it will take, it's let's say a complete 1 year thing, time zone you can select something like that. So this award, this event is eligible. So just fill up these all, at least the necessary details, the red star details, and submit this, save and publish this. Okay. So what thing is, the second query which we got is like how, because we said sometimes it happens like we do not have any proof of events. So proof of events, like you're not attaching any photo of all the uh, uh, all you have, you are like you have no, you have not attached any kind of proof of events like the photo of group photos, or if it is an online session, any screenshot. So how we can say, like how we can confirm matter and whether that event has actually happened or not. So we request you all, like only those event will be considered those have proof of event, like at least one photo or proper report submission. So at least one photo is necessary requirement. So now question comes is like how we will submit photos for those events which we already submitted. It's very easy. Let me tell you, you just have to go to the manage events section, and in the manage event section, uh, uh, so these all are, let's say these all are random, these are not related to my SBC. So I'm not sure, because I have the access to the global data, so I think I can do it, but you guys do not have that data. So what you can do is my events, you can just go here. Okay. uh, I will take queries one by one. I'm able to see what questions are coming in the chat box, but I will take at the end. So, sorry, let me events and the past management, something like that. Search page. Let me check. Visit the search page. I have clicked here. Yes, so this is my SPC, or you can also, okay. So this is because I had already searched for this. It may be the chance this is not there. So how to get this number? This is the easiest way. Otherwise, you have to, because here it's not like you can just mention like this, you will get your organization, but you need a proper SBC code. So easiest approach that I used to follow is I used to go to officer reporting, and I used to come to this page. Sorry. In this page, you can get your SBC detail. Just type like whatever the name or landmark name for your SBC. For example, I'm getting here. So just copy this one. This will help you to and paste it here. Even just remove this one. Okay. So this is the best way to get, your to get your code and all those. You will get it from officer reporting and paste it here. Otherwise, you must have the idea about your SBC code, geo code, and all what it's called as. So kindly change it to all events. Otherwise, you will by default get here only upcoming events. You're not able to see all, and then search. So this includes all upcoming as well as the recent events that done for this particular this particular SPC. So I left this SPC last 2 years, from 2 years. So, but still I have the access. So I'm just giving you the reference for this. So now let's say I have this SPC done for, so I can file a report. In that report, first thing I can do is report filing is all about you are giving the count of attendance. And in terms of attendance count is also something which we are not looking for this year, but I think from next year onward we will take attendance count also. But for this year, you must do is you go to here manage option, and in the manage option, you have to go bottom and attach your event media. Manage media. So here you can attach up to I think 10 MB file or something like that. So you can browse files and upload from here. So just attach the images of your event, and that will be the proof of your event. That is something we are asking. So the query came from the Google Forms, like how we will do it. So this event is done in 2023, but still I am able to upload this event media and all. So this is the way. That's what I'm saying. So moving ahead. So you have to just submit two event. If two events are done, you are eligible, and one officer done for 2024, you are eligible for basic funding. There is no cut down. You will get 150 USD easily. So So I will do a test demo also at the end of this okay, let's do it for so this is a link. I will share you my PPT. So let's say, okay, you guys are only only looking for basic funding application. Then okay, then just I'm giving a demonstration for basic funding. So as mentioned in my PPT, in this link you have to go, then you have to register with your IEEE email ID. It will automatically, it will take only 2 minutes for basic funding and 4 minutes for additional funding. This is as easy as possible. So I'm just trying to right now log in it. You have to do the new nomination if you have already opened this application. So now in the bottom, you just have to fill up all these details: your email ID, your student branch chapter, your region. I came from region 10. You will mention here anything region 9, region 1, any university which came from, your area, your section, your current position. So see, I mentioned these are eligible, but if let's say you no one is there, it may happens right now election is like right now the XCOM is not formed, so any other representative can file, but he has to fill here the details like why he is applying. So you can mention the officer are not yet finalized, or you are the one who is going to be but you are not reported, or something like that. Okay, so then save and next. Okay, now this is just a simple question whether you have one officer reported for the previous year. If not, the way I have already told you how to report. If it is already done, just mention none. If not done, report it and just click here yes. So minimum 2 events done for 2024 period. Yes, it's also done. We have already covered this. Any if you are not satisfying any of these two criteria, you just mention here the reason, but we will usually not consider that reason for giving you basic funding. So this is all about. Just select no because you are not interested for applying for additional funding. Save and next and submit. So this is just a 2-click step. You will get one USD. So 2 minutes is also more than what I'm saying, but this is the easiest approach. Okay. You are fund also. So how to get 1000 USD? So for 1000 USD, you have some additional requirement. So first thing is that you must have at least 6 members as a retention count. So what is retention? Retention means those, for example, let's say you have 10 members last year. So out of those 10 members, at least 6 should renew their membership by 28th Feb 2025. Otherwise, you are not eligible for additional funding. So let's say you have 10 members last year. This year you have done membership drive and you got new members. Let's say you got 40 new members, but those will not be counted in retention. Retention will only be counted from those 10 because those are the people who are renewing, not taking the membership as first time. So you have to focus upon those members who had the membership last year and make sure that at least 6 of them should renew their membership by 28th Feb. So this is the necessary criteria you should fulfill. Otherwise, all your efforts for grabbing the additional funding will be nullified and you will get only 150 USD as the basic funding. So once that's fulfilled, now let's say you have, okay, so you have, let's say 20 members renewed their membership out of, let's say you have total members on 14th August is something that I did, we have decided. Let's say you have 40 members last year, and out of that 40, 20 had renewed their membership. Okay, so 20 means more than 6, so you are eligible. Okay, so now we have to give the weightage, like those SBCs who has 10 members 10% renewed, 20% renewed, we have to award them higher money, right? So we have set a criteria. So let's say out of 40, 20 had renewed, so 20 out of 40, it's 50%. So retention point will be 50 divided by 2, 25 points. So total points for retention is 50. So if you have 50% retention, you will get half of the point. So let's say you have 100 members last year, and these are out of 100, all 100 are renewing your membership. Then you will get the maximum point, that is 50 points. So this includes the maximum proportion of additional funding, and the retention percentage defines the amount mostly. This includes 50% weightage. Next is second criteria is for additional funding which cover 25% weightage is basically membership growth. So last year, okay, so I had mentioned in the beginning there is a difference between there is a difference between the last year call for HPSBCP and this year call. The only difference is that last year we set the criteria like 10% membership growth should be there for eligible as an eligibility for additional funding. But this year we removed out this requirement, and only necessary requirement is the minimum 6-member retention. So this criteria is removed, but for weightage for additional funding, this criteria is still there. So this is the formulation. So let's say in the last year, total members on 1st of March. Okay, sorry. I will correct it one again for this year. Okay. So so this is removed as mentioned above. So let's say you have 20 members last year. This year you have 40 members. So growth is of 20. So 100% growth is there. So 100 divided by 4, 25 points. So if you are getting the double the growth, you will get maximum point. And this is something the formulation is. So new members who are you are joining with the membership, with the membership sessions you are doing, those will be accounted here. But make sure you should satisfy the necessary criteria first. That is the 6 retention members. So after that, the third criteria is, so we got a query in the chat box like, what if we have organized more than 2 events? So here where they will be valued. So this is the third criteria, which covers 25% of the weightage. So if you have, let's say, 10 activities, all will be pointed as 1 and you will get 10 points. If you have 20 activities, still you will get 10 points. If you have 5 activities, you will get 5 points. Now if you have any activity under this, then you will get, okay, based upon the effectiveness of that, you will get points. Under there is, we have given a slot for membership growth and retention. Like for example, you have done for some membership drive, some technical professional initiative session and all, you will get 3 points. Any kind of career fair, mock interviews, or any kind of that session you have done in your SBC, you will get three points based upon the impact of that thing. So impact will be driven, or will be will be reflected based upon the way you are reporting those events. And all these will be for period 1st of Jan 2024 to 31st of December 2024. And then is basically last is basically your, whether you have done an event for promoting the global initiative. We have PSDA, WIP event, and diversity and inclusions. Then you have any website, that is how active that website is, like it has recent post or not. Accordingly we will give the 2 points. So all these will summarize and will make a final set of points, and accordingly we will give you the additional funding. So if you will see the last year results that we have uploaded on our website. Yes, so in our website we have corrected it as 2023, but you can consider it as 2024 P, the past call. So you can see these criteria are there. For example, this particular SBC has fulfilled the basic requirement, that is minimum 2 event reported and 1 officer reported for 2024, and they had said yes, like they need additional funding. The growth point is basically 5.4, like the membership growth. Retention point they have 25, total base to 50. So you can assume, sorry, you can assume here they have 50% retention. That's why they got the half of the point. Then these are event points, total event point I mentioned. And then according to the points, they will get the additional funding, and this is the total funding. Excuse me for a while. Sorry. So similarly, you can check whether your SBCs had applied last time or not. Here, this is for region 1 to 7. Similarly for region 8, similarly for region 9, and you can do for region 10. And you can get, okay, how we will we are actually we are giving the value to the final funding. So now we will do a test run for additional funding. We have already done the test run for basic funding. The same link we will use. So I will mark here yes, because I need additional funding. So it is also clearly mentioned here that you should have at least 6 members to be renewed for this year by 20th Feb. So even 20th Feb, or if I'll speak in little bit more relaxing way before we will mm, no, 20th Feb is something we should consider, I guess. So 20th Feb, you should try, like you should have those members who had last year, they have the membership, they should get this. Otherwise, you will not get additional funding and you will get only 150 USD. So now once you said yes, we will go through your event reporting, and then we will count the number of events done in between 1st of Jan to 31st of December 2024. And like, let's say you have done 8 events, then we will not see the impact, however we will see the area, it should be aligned with PES. So 8 events are done, you will get 8 points. Then next question comes, it is there sorry, just a minute. So let's say now the next question is about whether you have done any activity for under this head, that is impactful technical and educational activity. It may be related to a webinar, workshop, seminar, invited speaker, even DLP along with professional chapters can also be the part of this. So what we are asking here is only the view to event link. So I hope you all are aware of. So for example, this is the event, and I think I just need to go before. Yes. So from here, you just copy and paste here the link. This is all what we need. We do not need any brief summary. Okay, what this event is all about. However, that do not have any negative impact, but that too do not have any positive impact. So we just need a link, and remaining detail we will copy this link, we will paste, and our volunteer will check like, okay, what this event is all about, who is the organizer, okay, how many attendees, is there any brief summary about, okay, speakers, locations, impact, and all that, so that we will analyze and we will give you the points. Similarly for next, do you have done anything related to membership growth and all, like any membership drive, technical professional initiatives, for like, for example, membership awareness program or something? Just mention here the link again. Okay, for example, let's say there is any event which is satisfying this also and this also. So but we will not consider the same events twice. So once one event is reported, do not duplicate that event. Okay, and also make sure that event should satisfy that head, and do not randomly put any other event, because it will lead to 0 marks. No negative impact, but you will not get any marks. So then third is any professional development events, like you have done any mock interviews, industry meetups or something like that, then mark here as the link, only link. Okay, then any event done for these celebrations related to, like, diversity, equality, and inclusions, climate change, something like that, you can mention here as a link. Then you can mention here the website link. So not only website, PS website, you can mention your Facebook page, you can mention here your Insta page, you can mention here Twitter, whatever those links you have, just mention the links. We will check their activeness and make sure that before we evaluate, you should activate all those portals. And at the last, this is optional, you can give us feedback for students and young professional committee. SYP, I don't know whether most of you are aware of, but the team behind this initiative is Student and Young Professional Committee, and we are well-established society here to support student branch chapter across the globe. Whenever you have any query related to Power and Energy Society, if you do not see where you have to reach out, the only best option is, I will just put down here the mail ID, is the ps.siee.org. This is the only email ID you can reach out to us. And if you are interested for volunteering in SYP, also feel free to send us mail. Right now we are actually making the nice structure for 2025. So we have some of the vacant position. So share us your CV and your preference, like what are your area of interest. And if you're interested, you can share us your portfolio over this email ID. So then you just save and next and submit, save and finalize, and then submit. So this is all about additional funding. It's nothing. You just have to paste the links, and remaining, we are the one who are going to check everything. So I hope this is also done. Now, one thing for this year newly added, which is good for you all, is how to check membership count. So like it's not easy, no? Like it's a bigger college, universities, SBCs are there. You can't check with everyone whether you have PS membership last year, whether you have this year, what is the retention count, because you are the PS XCOM leader. You have to make sure your SBC should be eligible for additional funding. And as I mentioned, for additional funding, you need minimum 6 members to be retain their membership. Retain means those who have membership last year, they should get it this year also. And if you want to get higher value, the retention count should be very high, plus your growth value should be very high. So how to check what is your last year count, this year count, your retention count? So it's the links are mentioned over this slide. You can go through this. I will quickly go through. This is completely, you can jump directly to this step. No need to follow this step. If you want to follow from here, then you have to follow this step. So you can directly jump through these links. But sometimes what happens is direct links may lead some kind of issues. So I'll suggest to follow these steps, or whatever I'm doing on the screen, you can follow the same. Okay. So I hope you are aware about OU analytics. If not, just let us know. We will organize one session for OU analytics also, so we can help you out. But before that, you have to reach out to us. We well-established WhatsApp group for student branch chapter. Your past XCOM members will be there. New might be there or might not be there. So it's your duty to reach out to us. Just mail us. We will add you in those WhatsApp groups. Okay. So you just go to the OU Analytics page. So OU Analytics, the page where I'm going, is accessible to each and everyone. Here you have to go to bottom. All the steps I have mentioned in the slides. Okay, no need to worry about. So just go to this Access IEEE OU Analytics. I hope like after this session, you guys will become as the self-promoter of this initiative, and in your particular area section you can give such presentation to your native SBCs. And feel free to share us your experience if you have done any such session, and share us over this mail ID ps.syp@iee.org. We will feature your that session into our websites, and we'll keep in our mind while giving you as the voluntary positions and all. So once you reached here at the bottom, you just have a tab called as membership and subscription monthly statistics. I'm just zooming in. It's at the bottom. This is accessible for each and everyone. Those who have good internet speed, they can also do it parallelly. Otherwise, we will provide you the recording of this session. Okay. So here, after this, you have to go to this IEEE Society Chapter Level Membership Development Goals and Progress. So there is a huge data in it, so it might take some time also. So now it has two tabs, recruitment and retention. So this is what I mentioned in this. So now I am here. Okay, I'm coming from here, I am here. Or either I can directly copy this link and I'll reach out to this page. Now there are two tabs, retention and recruitment. So now first step is like I want to get an idea about recruitment. Recruitment means related to membership growth. So I just go to recruitment tab, right? So in recruitment tab, there are just basic filters. Anyone can find out. Okay. So, okay. This is obvious. There is a huge data in it, so it will take time. There's no issue at my end. so, uh, so it will take some time. Mhm. So this was not updated last year. So we have requested it from, from IEEE PS, the team which is basic behind this data thing, and they had provided now for PS also. And this data is up to date. I think it is updated on monthly basis. So something like this. So, so here you can see now there are some filters in the left side. So now this is your area of interest. So for example, you can set it as it is. First thing you have to change it basically for the PES society, Power and Energy Society. Okay. So in that, for example, I have any SBC where I am looking for example, I am looking for something in region one. In region one, I am looking for some session, I don't know whether I have an SBC there or not, but required to submit the statistic information to you. No, I do not need any statistic information. And so I just got a query in the chat box. Okay, so this is for your reference because as I mentioned, you need basic 6 members retention to be eligible for the additional funding. But how you will get an idea whether you have those 6 already or done or you have to do some efforts. So for that, this is the tab. Here you can check it, and also like how much you are going to score. This is the tab from where you can check it. Okay, so for example, let's say I am doing it for, let's say, region. I just want to give some example from region 10, let's say. Just give me an example for time being. Okay, so mhm. There is no need for this, but okay, I'm doing it. It's okay. Mhm. Leave it. This is a normal filter process. It will take some time because it includes all the societies, all the SBCs, all the professional chapters data, so you can understand, right? So this is include region 10. Now further, if you want to add section filter, country filter, chapter type, like you are the student branch chapter, you can mention here as a student branch chapter, and then you will get your particular student branch here from here. Okay, so like for example, I'm just for reducing the time. I need for then in Sagar College. So this is PSSBC. So they have, just a minute. Sorry. So they have, I think there is some, okay. You just bring your cursor here. So right now they have 35 members. Okay. And last year they have 21 members. So by that way, they will analyze how much is the membership growth and whether they will get a good value for additional funding or not. So this is for addition, this is for membership growth. So why this is important? For example, let's say you are doing any effort in membership driven initiative, you do something like that, like you are doing some kind of membership drive in your college because you want to get very nice additional funding, and let's say leaders are ready to extend the deadline for this submission. Then you also want to get an idea whether the event you have done is impactful, whether it is really going to return into some new members or not. So this is the tab from where you can get an idea. Okay, but this growth is not an eligibility requirement. If growth you are not getting good on board, if negative growth is also there, then still you are eligible for additional funding. The main thing comes under is basically related to retention. So how to get an idea whether you have 6 retention member on board or not? So you have to go to retention tab. In the retention tab, sorry, it will take again time because again it has all the data of societies, professional chapters, section, all student branch chapters. So um, hey, hello Rishabh. So uh, just a minute. Okay, so just for the time being, I just want to say it again. PSSYP is currently working for the structure of with the new volunteers group for 2025, and if you are interested for volunteering, just send us your your profile to us. Profile means include a CV or your experience in IEEE in a mail. The mail ID is simple: pes.syp@iEEE.org. And if you are having up any particular skills like graphics, web design, content writer, newsletter, please mention that specifically, and and just let us know about yourself. And also, if you want to be the part of our WhatsApp groups where you will get regular updates, still also feel free to reach out through our email ID. We will allocate you the particular WhatsApp groups where you should be the part of. Just mention your section, your SBC name from where you belongs to, so that we will assign you into the right group. And SYP is responsible for connecting you with the PS leadership and raising your voice, your requirements from PS side. So just feel free to reach out to us anytime because we are responsible for that. So it is taking a bit longer time. Uh, so now it's all about retention. Hopefully it will be done shortly. So this is obvious. This platform has developed recently, and we really need to utilize it. Otherwise, we all are doing in a black box. Why this is really important? This is important not only for this initiative. You can use it for the complete year-long. Your event evaluation also. For example, you have done any event in September, and you want to get an idea whether this event is really impactful or not. I'm just giving an example of membership drive. Okay, you got 200 participants. You have given them a complete idea of like what PES is doing and all. Out of those 200, they all 200 said they will take membership. But how you will reflect, how you will check the stats. So this is the way to check the stats. So the data on OU will be updated on monthly basis, hopefully in the first week of every month. So you can check somewhere around 7th to 10th or 12th, by maximum the 12th or mid of the month. You can check like whether the event is really impactful or not. So by that way, you can mention also in your profile, like during your period as the volunteer, as the leader, you have done these nice impactful events, and because of that you got huge membership elevation, or you can say retention. Somehow it is taking longer time. I don't know. Sorry for that. Uh, mhm. But this is the first time we are showcasing these tabs, and I request you all also to please please further promote these tabs, like the efforts which is doing by the IEEE data team. You should be reach out to the ground levels, and you should utilize this in a little bit more aligned way. This will help you to approach or to organize things in more aligned way. Like you will get an idea what things are actually working, what things are not actually working. So these things are really very important. So I hope this time it will work. Otherwise, I will make some short videos separately and I will share with you. Usually it works, but again, it's Sunday, and Sunday sometimes, IEEE used to do little bit maintenance call and all, and server usually take time on Sunday. So, but hopefully it will work. Mhm. So I will take some sort of, this is the last step for, sorry, this is the last step for today's presentation. I will parallelly check and I will take in course of time some of the queries from you. So first I will take from the chat box, and then I will take from you individual. Not, it's, okay. Um, I will take the queries. Okay, we have done more two events, but it disappeared from YouTube. What we have to do about? It's not disappeared. Mostly, I think you have done is like you have not changed the setting. There is something like event showcase, like it's upcoming, previous or recent events. So or all. So there is a tab in front of your events. I will share my screen, but I don't. Okay, let me share my screen. What I want to say is, I think most of people are aware about like this. This is the fault we used to do. Even I used to do sometime. So while you are checking your events, okay, sorry, while you're checking your events, you should make sure now you guys forget to get the retention tab, okay? You're using two items, okay. So my event page will not work. Mm. So I think the search is going in a longer approach, but okay. So when you will, this is by default as upcoming. Okay, so that's why you will not get here anything. So you have to change it to all so that you will get the recent events. I hope you got it. Then search it, you will get all the past events listed. For example, I'm right now getting no record here. This similarly, you also feel like it's disappeared, but it's not disappeared. It is something you forget to change here that I have. I have two questions. We have to select all, not a community, I guess. Okay, you already Shivana already replied. Really good. Is the number of points directly linked to the additional funding? Definitely. Number of points directly linked to the additional funding. The weightage I have already shared. There is a specific set of scoring rubrics, and I have mentioned in my PPT also. And if you want to go through the PSHPSBCP website, again in my link in the PPT, I have shared you somewhere the important links. Let me check where I have mentioned it here. This one. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. This one. Somewhere I have mentioned the important links. Let me check. Where is that slide? Yes. So this page you can directly get on PS website. So if you want to get in the tabular form all the scoring rubrics, just scroll down below. Here we have the scoring rubrics, and here you will get the criteria which I mentioned also. Retention has the maximum 50 points. The value formulation all I have already said, but for all these, firstly you have to satisfy this criteria only, then you will get additional funding. And this is the value. So I already said you how to get an idea about what is the growth point you are going to get by using these tools. Oh yeah, it's a good thing, like you will get now retention tab also. So now set, okay, how you will get an idea how much retention point your SBC is getting. So you need some retention data. So this tab is now working. Again same, you have to set, okay, filters and all. So for example, I'm just for the time being, I'm just doing it for now. Okay, CS is not that good. Okay. I have to change it to society, otherwise they are completely 0 0. I think they have not updated it. PS has done it. CS are about to do it, I guess. They have not done it. So you just change these filters to so that you will get your SBC on here in this tab. And then retention means like, okay, so uh, from the previous tab that I mentioned you, we will get the count of membership of last year. Okay, so out of those members, how many had retained their membership? That value we will get from here. So we will divide both of them, and then we will get the percentage, and that percentage divided by 2 will give you the retention point. So as mentioned here also, that percentage divided by 2 will give you the retention point. So for example, in the previous tab I mentioned, you will get the membership value in the last year. Okay, in the recruitment tab. So let's say that is 20. Out of that 20, this tab that I'm currently working upon, this one, from here you will get, okay, how many retention value. Let's say that is 10. So 10 out of 20 will be the percentage become 50%. So 50% divided by 2 is the 25 points. So out of 50 you will get 25 points. So somehow it is not working, so I don't want to waste your time. Here you will get the retention value. Okay, so just go through it and do this exercise at your place. If you still need our help, okay, I think you guys have a good luck. It's working. So for example, this is a Boston section. So avoid it. I will take you some example of some university which has good retention. So let's say these are our section chapters. Section. I don't know. So let's say, okay, you can just add your filters here, your chapter type and all. Let's say I'm taking now some student branch chapter as a section. I don't know, it will take time, a lot of time or not. But here you can see this is giving directly the percentage. So compared to your previous year, what is the retention percentage? Here it is automatically calculated. So you do not need to even divide and all that stuff. Okay, this is clear. I think this is percentage value. You just divide it by 2 and you will get the point of retention. So just try it at your home. It's easy, and let us know if you still need our help. Okay. So yes, these point values matters a lot for getting additional funding. Uh, are we required to submit these statistics? Already done. We made a video with all the events done in the whole year. Where should we upload? So you can file report, Rishabh, and in that report you can attach this as a link. We have already submitted the application. It's unable to be edited. Can you change that? Make it editable. We added the B2 link, but it was followed by a brief summary. It's okay. I already said the brief summary. No, brief summary has no as such, a negative impact. But link is compulsory. So in case you have, okay, both the cases are okay. Link or link with brief summary, both are same. But if you have only shared the summary, not the link, that will return into zero thing. So it's completely fine. No need to worry about. So all the queries from the chat box are done. Let us know if you have any query. Feel free to unmute, guys. We'll take a group photo also, just so please stay here. But before that, I will take all the queries. Thank you so much for making this session really interactive. I enjoyed your queries. It means you're getting it, you're grabbing it. Hope my speed is, you are able to grab. Any other queries, guys? Is it a bit confusing or is it simple? In terms of applications, I do not expect you will say it's difficult because it's hardly will take 2 to 4 minutes time. It's all about like the most problem that we feel from last 2 3 years is that the last XCOM do not transfer the information to new XCOM. Because of that, they are not aware about the B2's officer reporting platform and even such initiatives, and because of that they do not file the application for such initiative, and they feel trouble this application little bit troubleful. But in case where the advisors are playing the role nicely, as you can see here also we have very nice active advisors here who are attending this session on the behalf of their SPCs. There we do not feel these issues. Yes, this meeting is recorded and will be shared to only those who attended this session. I will try to share it in 1 2 days, only to those who attended this session, not others. Those who had registered but not attended this session, they will not get this recording. So automatically we will get the list of attendees from this WebEx platform, and we'll use that. So no need to worry about your attendance. Can you please share the PPT with us? Definitely it will be shared. I will share you the link in your mail IDs. Again, I will try to share it to all, because PPT is something we should share. Okay, hope I have answered all your queries. Thank you so much. Okay, so just as the rituals of PSSYP, we are about to take the group photo. I request you all to kindly open up your camera and let's have one group photo at the end of this session. And in case you are interested for any volunteering position in PSSYP, we have really very nice initiative running throughout the globe, and we have a nice team structure of almost, I can say, around 50 volunteers. If I go count from top to bottom, it's that much huge. So if you are interested to be voluntarily part of the PSSY team based upon your past experience, we will give you the rules. It's not allowed like you have to start from the grassroots. If you have a huge experience of volunteering, we will give you the role accordingly. So I have attached the email ID in the chat box. It's simple, ps.syp@iEEE.org, and feel free to share us your experience about IEEE, and also you have particularly any skills like your web designing, your graphic designing, newsletter, content writing, or team leading skills, anything whatever you have, because that will help us to let us idea about your skills, and it's also easy for you to grab those positions because sometimes we have an open call. So right now, like for example, we are looking for something, so just mention us your interest as an expression of interest, and yeah, that's all. So just open up your camera, guys. I'm going to take the group photo if possible. 30 seconds for your preparation. Boys do not need in 30 seconds, right?
I'm sorry, I can't open it, but
No
I
worries.
want to make sure that I enjoyed the session.
Okay, thank you so much, Lika, and feel free to be in touch with us. You come from the country where we are actually a little bit not able to, reach out to the grassroots level. So I am hoping that you will send us your expression of interest, or somehow we will stay connected in ps.syp so that we will organize some nice session there. And it's also easy for us to grab some interesting initiatives to those areas, and to bring some funding opportunities for your place. So just be in touch with us, and hope we will get your expression of interest. Okay, guys, I think most of you are not able to open up your camera. I'm just taking it now. 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you so much. And for any other kind of query, so I just give in a in general sense. If you have any queries related to PES/SYP, no, not PES/SYP, related to power and energy, that may be in general, or maybe related to IEEE. You are new SBC leaders, or recently joined IEEE, or even you are not the part of IEEE, you have not taken the membership and you just want to jump in. So you have a queries from where to start in. SYP is already there, always there for you, and just reach out to us anytime, and feel free to stay connected. We have a lot of WhatsApp groups right now because there is a shifting of the XCOM taking place from past to new. Our all WhatsApp groups have past XCOM members. So just reach out to us, send us a mail like you are the part of this section, this SBC, and you were recently appointed or something, and you want to be the part of our WhatsApp groups that we are running for student branch chapters. We will add you there. And if you have any queries, if you're interested in volunteering, just feel free to reach out to us on mail ID. I have attached the mail ID in the chat box. Thank you so much. We'll meet you soon again for other initiatives, and hope you enjoy this session. About flexible events, is it only 4 events? Uh, I think this query is related to your additional fundings requirements, right, Dr. Jagdish? Is it only 4 events? Right, like we do not want that. There is an intention behind this, because uh, we do not want that SVCs are running the events, a lot of events, and no conduct flexible. I'm not getting it. Like, what is your query? Can you please unmute yourself?
Hello, sir. Good evening. So actually,
Good
in
evening.
what we have received from the Karnataka branches, flagship events mainly for the industry and student congress, student young researchers meet, and only the few areas are available. Can we have more number of flagship events for the like technical things to be conducted for the students? In that
Yeah,
way,
definitely. Yeah, definitely. So just let us know
because
your
we
idea.
have only
Like,
option with these four events, and there are more many number of SBCs are there. So it is divided among those SBCs. Definitely, the chances of getting will be less.
okay, I got your point. I got it. It's something like related to the section has the power to organize 4 events, like the PS professional chapters you're talking about.
Is it section power authority, or it is a generalized one, sir, flagship events?
I don't know like which flagship events you're talking about actually. Can you
Every
just
year
give an
we
idea
have,
like
like the student congress, we have a flagship event that will be completely sponsored by IEEE PES.
okay. So
And
that is something a section call. That is something a section call,
okay,
and
is it section?
it's yes, it's section call. So section has their budget,
We discuss with them,
and
sir.
yeah, so section has their budget, and section can decide where to spend that. They can spend it on 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there is no such restriction as per my knowledge. But they have made some rituals from last so many years, like they used to do it. Like Kerala section has their own called as something called as all Kerala AK something. Then similarly, section to section, they have different such rituals to organize. So in some of the section, they used to invite advisors. In some of the section, they used to invite SBCs. So I think sections are free to spend this money, whatever they have, and PES has, I think there is no as such from there's any kind of constraint. In terms of from our side as a student and young professional committee, we are coming from the global scale, having regional committees under us. For example, for Region 10, we have Muzammil Qazi and Siddhi from Kerala, who's a Qazi from Pakistan, leading this initiative, this committee, with a huge set of volunteers. Uh, if you have any particular requirement, you want to organize something and you need some support from our side, we will connect you with our funding opportunities. So you have to write us your idea over the same email ID, and we will try to connect you with the with some funding source if we have any, and we'll make sure like it should be done by somehow. So that is something we can do. We do not need to bow our request. Definitely, if we do not have any funding opportunity, we will ask section to assign the budget to this. So when the leadership from PS side is requesting, it's more promising, like they will spend the budget for your idea. But in any case, like if we have the opportunity, because we have MDI and all, we have the confidence that the event that you are proposing is good, then we will something provide a recommendation to those funding authorities, like this event is really going to create impact and kindly support. So in that way we support things. So in that case, we do not need to go to section, we will directly go to get directly funds to SBCs. So through the channels, different sections, different areas, different channels also. Will there be any global networking offline events conducted by IEEE events? So in terms of offline events, Natraj, we have running called as in-person training for student branch chapter leaders. And last time it happens in Bangalore, last time it happens in Thailand, before that it happens in it's happened in Singapore. So this year it's still not finalized whether we are going it for or not or not. We will get the clarity shortly. So these events are going to happen on a regional basis. So SYP is the host for that, and we used to do one for region 1 to 7, region 8, region 9, and region 10. So region 1 to 7, usually it happens along with PES general meeting. So for that, only region 1 to 7 student branch chapter leaders are eligible. Similarly, region 8, it's also going to happen with some time with some particular conference, flagship conference that PES host. And we used to invite student branch chapter leaders there. All the travel expense, any kind of expense, stay, travel, everything will be completely sponsored by PES. So that is something we have. This year it's something still not clear to us, but in next 10 to 15 days we get the clarity. This is happening from last 3 years. Give us the key facts or hints to get the best marks to be secured to first place. There is no first and last place. It's not ranking. It's all about it's all about your own. We are not rank SBCs actually. If I'll give you the clarity. But to get the best thing is that simply just I will show you the PPT or go through the web page, go through top to down. The scoring rubrics are clearly mentioned. It's all about simple thing. You have higher retention value, higher growth value, you will get the higher weightage. Plus, in terms of impacts for your activities, it's simply how much impactful is your activity. For example, you have done any activity, how many attendees come? If you have done membership drive, how many what is the change in the statistics you have seen after organizing this event? So that things we noticed. And like website also has marks, so how nicely you manage your websites, your Facebook pages, how much, like, is it active, frequency of posting, something like that. These are the criteria. So in detail, like the depth, as I mentioned clearly in my PPT, 50 points for retention, 50% is for retention, 25% is for growth value, and remaining 25% is your impact of your activities under different heads, plus your website things and all. So that is something. Also, website doesn't mean your IEEE student branch website. It means your web page. It may also means your web page, separate web page under your IEEE student branch chapter website. So make sure you have a separate web page. If it is not so far, make it. So it's just simply you just mention your XCOM there, your recurrent events, upcoming events, your little bit PS membership related, some kind of posting and all that. So that's enough. And now you can post there on frequent basis. The regional leadership conference, is it PS leadership or SBC leadership? Can you just unmute yourself? Let us know about your query, David. The one I'm talking about, the SBC leader regional leadership conference. I don't know what you're talking about, but the one I just mentioned about the in-person training is for both. Is for professional chapters members also, and is for student branch chapters members also. So both are happening parallelly. For student branch chapters, the organizer is the student and young professional committee. We are the organizer for that. Thank you. Any other query, guys? So because we are running this initiative and you might be the leaders from last 2-3 years, but still you are not aware about even in-person training. So you can, judge like how much is the gap, between the one we are promoting. However, we are promoting through everywhere. If you have the membership, you are getting it on your email ID, but the percentage of e-notice reading is really very less. So we request you to mail us so that we will add you somewhere in some groups where we used to keep posting things, so that we'll keep you posted. And also the best way to be aware about any society, to be the part of that society. So right now we are making the structure. So this is the right time to be the part of our society. So just if you're interested for volunteering beyond your student branch chapter, boundaries, you want to work for global leadership things, then you can just write us your expression of interest over our email ID. I just mentioned again it on our chat box, and just let us know if you're interested. And as it is for student and young professionals, any grade of membership, students, graduate student members, young professionals, and even for some of the positions, senior members can also apply for it. We have some positions where we are looking for mature people. For example, liaison between the vice presidents, some kind of industry connects programs. We need people from higher, higher grades. So if you are senior members also, you can also apply for volunteers. We'll try to see your best fit position and we'll try to incorporate. Okay, guys, I'm going to conclude this session. It's already 1.5 hours. If still you have any query, use the same email ID and we will connect you to the right people. Thank you so much for being here. Over to you. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.